Hello, Fáilte. Welcome back to another recording of the Táin Bó Cúailnge, the Cattle Raid of Cooley, with myself, Lora O'Brien. And this is, as I've said quite a few times now, this is a bit of a labour of love. And today we are going to be working through parts 18, 18A and 18B, because they're pretty short. And as usual, we are working with the English translation by Joseph Dunn from 1914, which is not my favourite Táin translation. Language is quite flowery, so, just prepare yourselves for that. But if you haven't been following along, if this is for some reason the first time that you are seeing this or coming across this, or me, my name is Lora O'Brien, and you can find me here on the channel. And over on loraobrien.ie, there's a blog there with a huge amount of resources. And I'm also co-founder of the irishpaganschool.com. So definitely go and check all of that out. There's loads of content and material and learning about Irish mythology, Irish heritage, Irish history, all sorts of good stuff. So, and there's also like a whole playlist about the Táin Bó Cúailnge, because we have done all of this so far up to part 18, where we're starting now. So the slaying of Oengus, son of Onlov. Then it was that a very bold young warrior of the Ulsterman came nigh the hosts. His byname was Oengus, son of Onlov Gabe, the one-handed smith. And he drove the host before him from Modaloga, which at that time was called Lugmu, to Dafyrt, the ford of the two grave mounds in Sliabh Fuait. What scholars say is, if Oengus, if Oengus, son of Onlov Gabe, had fought him in single combats, 2/3 of the host would have fallen before him. Oh my goodness. 2/3 of the host would have fallen before that by him in single battle. Howbeit was by no means so that they acted, but they attacked him from ambush on every side, till he fell at their hands in unequal fight at Dafyrt in Sliabh Fuait. So now we have the Ulstermen have woken up at this point, or, shaken off their curse that Macha had put on them, and they are starting to come to attack the hosts of Ireland, the men of Ireland, which is called Maeve's army, but actually is made up of basically everybody else except the Ulster people. That's not even true. There are some Ulster outcasts who have ostensibly joined up with Maeve's army, but are betraying the fuck out of them. I'm looking at you, Fergus. So, the Misthrow at Belach Eoin. Then came to them Fécha Fildana, the generous and intrepid of the Ulstermen, to speak with the son of his mother's side, namely with Main Ando, the Unslow of the Connacht men. And thus he came, and Dovtach Dole, the Black Tongue of Ulster, with him. He was the jealous one, I believe, from previous episode. It was in this wise that Main Ando came, and Doche, son of Macha, along with him. That's Macha. It's softer kind of G. When now Doche Machach espied Fécha Fildana, he straightway hurled a spear at him, so that it went through his own friend, through Dovtach Dole of Ulster. Then Fécha Fildana hurled a spear at Doche Magach, so that it went through his own friend, through Main Ando of Connacht. Thereupon said the men of Éireann, a mishap in throwing, they said, is what hath happened to the men, for each of them to kill his friend and nearest relation. Hence this is entitled Imral Belach Eoin, the Misthrow at Bird Pass, and the other Misthrow at Bird Pass is another name for it. Oh, Ireland, never change. So please forgive my stumbling over the unfamiliar names. What I'm reading here is an older form of Irish than I am obviously used to, and it doesn't quite work the same, and I trip and tumble over it. So it is effectively a different language that I'm trying to read and pronounce in my own Irish language. If that makes sense. So if this is your first time, I promise I'm usually better than this, but we will carry on anyway. We've got the disguising of Tamon. Then said the men of Erin to Tamon the fool that he should don the garments of Ailill and the king's golden shawl, and go to the ford under their eyes. So he put the garments and golden shawl of Ailill upon him, and he went on to the ford under their eyes. The men of Erin began to scoff and to shout and jeer at him. It is a disguising of Tamon stump for thee, O Tamon the fool, they cried, with the dress and the golden shawl of Ailill upon thee. When Cuchulainn saw him, it seemed to him in his ignorance and lack of knowledge that it was Ailill himself that was there, and he slung a stone from his staff sling at him, so that Tamon the fool was smitten lifeless where he was on the ford. Hence Tamon, the ford of the stump, is the name of that ford ever since, and the disguising of Tamon is the name of the tale. So there we go. That is 18. I think I might record another quick one while I'm here, which we'll set up for, get a bit ahead of myself. So we will leave it there for now, and I will see you in the next video. So make sure you have subscribed to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so that you don't miss the next episode or any of the other good content that we're putting up every single week here on the Lora O'Brien YouTube channel. And please give the video a like. These videos do not get as much love, definitely not as my other videos, and I just don't want, I want them to be available and accessible for people who are genuinely looking for the lore. So if you give it a like and maybe a comment, then it bumps it up in the YouTube algorithms. You do me a favor, but you're also doing anybody else who wants to read the Táin or hear the Táin read to them a favor as well. So Gur Mágat, Agus Slán Fó.